Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I want to talk about don't escape from the pain. Okay, I'm not talking about the physical pain, but I'm talking about the mental pain, the loneliness, the heartbreak, and the confusion, the pressure, and that feeling of being lost in life. And most people spend their entire lives trying to escape those feelings. Okay, they distract themselves constantly, like a scrolling, a partying, addictions, like a fake happiness, and just anything to avoid sitting alone with the thoughts. But the truth is, the running from the pain usually make it worse. Okay, because ignored pain doesn't disappear. Okay, it stays inside you, and over time it slowly controls your mindset without you realizing it. And that's why so many people feel empty nowadays. They never actually faced themselves. They just kept escaping. And honestly, like, some of the biggest, like, a breakthrough is in life happen while painful moment, not while comfort. Okay, pain forces reflection. It forces you to slow down and ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? Who I am becoming? Like, what needs to change? Like, what I should do, and all those things. And those are powerful questions, but most people never ask them because silence scares them. Okay, being alone with your thought scares them, and I understand why. And the mental pain can feel heavy. Some night feels endless. Some period of life feel confusing. Like, you feel stuck and lost, emotionally exhausted. But, like, escaping those emotions doesn't heal them. Facing it does so. And that's the hard truth, because healing requires honesty, and honesty is uncomfortable. Like, you have to admit what is hurting you, admit what broke you, what disappointed you, what you've been avoiding emotionally, and that change it, and that takes courage, the real courage. So, and if you constantly asking yourself those questions, in the end you'll figure out what you actually want in life and who you're becoming in life. And I think you go on a hard path, but at the same time the right path. So, and a lot of people stay mentally weak because they never confront their pain directly. Okay, they numb that instead. But numb people stop growing emotionally. They become disconnected from themselves, disconnected from purpose, disconnected from reality. And that's so dangerous, I think, because one day all the emotions they avoided hit them at once. Okay, and they completely collapse mentally. And that's why emotional strength matters. Okay, and emotional strength is built by facing difficult feelings instead of running from them. So sometimes you need to sit in the silence. Sometimes you need to think deeply. Sometimes you need to go through lonely period without distracting yourself every second, because there are lessons behind like a suffering. So there's something hidden inside suffering. Lessons about yourself, about your people, about your life. And some pain is trying to like redirect your life. Heartbreaks teaches standard. Failure teaches like how to solve it, and loneliness teaches independence. And pressure teaches resilience. Like everything painful thing has a lesson if you're willing to face it instead of escape it. Okay? And just another thing is that the strongest people are usually not the people who never suffered. Okay? They are the people who suffered deeply but refused to let it destroy them. Okay? And that is a strength. Anybody can smile while life is easy, but staying composed while hard seasons, and that's so rare, and those difficult seasons often shows you who you really are, because pain removes illusions. It shows your habit, your mindset, your emotional weaknesses, your like some things, and that awareness can transform your life if you use it correctly. And I know the modern society tells people avoid discomfort, always stay happy, escape negative feelings. But real life actually doesn't work like that. It contains suffering. I'm not saying that all life is suffering, but it actually contains some suffering. So nobody escapes it completely. So instead of running forever, learn how to face it. Learn how to sit with the difficult emotions without breaking. And that's maturity, and that's a growth. And honestly, sometimes the pain you're trying hardest to avoid is exactly what could transform you the best. Because after surviving difficult mental battles, you stop fearing the smaller problems, okay? You overcome the level 7, okay? You overcome the level 7 hard thing. Then why would you be scared to face with the level 3? You won't, yeah? So you will stop fearing the smaller problems, and you become calmer, wiser, and more emotionally strong, okay? Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger intentionally, okay? So stop escaping every painful feeling and instead face it and understand it, learn from it, because mental pain is either going to destroy you slowly or evolve you into someone much stronger, okay? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. If you have problems, what you want to avoid, you can avoid it for maybe 1 or 2 times, but you cannot do that forever. So why not face it from the first time? Because you're going to solve it faster, and you will discover who you really are. And as I said, you will stop fearing the smaller problems. So yeah, just pain is not always your enemy, okay? Sometimes it will grow you. So thank you guys for listening, and see you in the next video. See you.